Thank you for coming by. I'm going to show you something here, guys. Today, I'm testing EZ SLIDE Graphite-based covering. That's what it calls it, covering. So we don't know if covering means paint. We don't know what that means exactly. But, you know, I've got a problem with Flash here, or whatever his name or her name is. She's a shielding nightmare. So I'm thinking about taking this brush and some of this and painting inside the cavities with it. But, you know, I'm just wondering, what if I painted the whole guitar? The whole guitar, the whole body, every bit of it with EZ SLIDE, and then see what it looked like after I sanded it back. But you know, I probably shouldn't do that. I probably ought to test that on a piece of another wood first. So let's test that and do what I want to find out. You know what I want to know? Does this stuff really work? Does it really make a contact? So we're going to paint a board on one side and around it over to the other side. Yeah, and then we're going to paint one real good, the whole thing, and we're going to sand it back and see what it looked like to put a finish over. You know, see if we could put a thinning sealer or whatever, and, you know, graphite seal in the whole guitar body, you know, just to stop all this craziness in this guitar from going where it's going to go out the back of it. So, you know, that's my thought. I mean, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but I mean, you know, the Texas Toast guys say this stuff worked. They had a gallon of it. I mean, you know, with them, they'll probably go through that while, but you know, this is enough to last me a lifetime probably, so I'm taking half of it over to my buddy Chuck that's got his guitar shop that I use as tools sometimes now, and I'm going to give that to him so he'll have it. But yeah, that's what we're going to test today. We're going to spin this stuff up, test a little bit of it on some wood, let it dry, and then we'll come back to it with the meter and see if it's reading continuity through, you know, across the board, you know, see if it actually does create a Faraday cage, as they call it. So Dylan Talks Tone, hey, this is for you to check out too, brother. See what you think about it. I mean, you know, we'll test and see what happens, okay? Y'all be good, everybody. Keep on building. Doing a big control cavity this morning in Flash, but see the big opening right here? Things gonna go this way, so, you know, signals, and then all these openings here and the pickups right here, you know, so I'm thinking that maybe if I can, this stuff will finish out, I'm just gonna paint the whole darn thing with it. So, yeah, so let me get this out of the way. You see the green stuff on the table. You know it's going to do something, make a mess, you know? So let's get on this table and check this out right quick. Let's hit these things with just as if, you know, well, this one here at least, I want to get it like a little bit of sanding on it. Now this is a piece of scrap, a little scrap of ambrosia maple that was over there, and I just picked it up and used it, and I may take a couple of coats on this test to do this. I don't know, especially when we start sanding it back off, you know? But we're going to do the whole side so the sanding will work, you know, better when we start sanding and try to smooth it. It's gonna be a lot easier than trying to sand half of it. I'm gonna let that stuff just soak down in there real good. I might have found a new grain filler, you never know. Might have two purposes. It might be a grain filler and make your guitar block signals. Pull off some of the excess so we can check this later and see what it looks like, you know. I guess expecting to get a smooth finish with this chip brush is kind of crazy, right? I should know better. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up my stuff here and let this stuff dry and carry on to the next project I got going this evening, because this is one step in it. So after that stuff dries, we'll check it with the meter and see if it's got continuity from one side to the other. And that piece we put on to see what finishes would do to it, we'll see if it darkened the grain or if it's electrical or what's just, you know, if it's got conductivity or whatever. We'll figure it all out. That's the reason I test stuff, guys. I make gold prospecting equipment. I never stop testing. And when I sell gold prospecting equipment, it allows me to make guitars. So, yeah, if you're into gold prospecting, buy something, okay? I need parts. Use it on this piece of maple. And you see where I put it on and wiped it off, and then where I left it on, and then where I piled it on. And where I piled it on, it still has continuity. And if I'm going to paint Flash, or whatever the guitar's name is, I need to leave it on thick like that everywhere under it, and then bring that to a smooth finish, and then put my paint over that. So tomorrow we'll put a little spray paint on that. Well, and it may just do it in a few minutes and see what it looks like. See if it sticks and if it does anything crazy. So, yeah, so I think I'm going to pull out the old sander here. I want to see how deep it was in there. Look what it done to this grain. That's pretty cool. Take a little denatured alcohol and see what it does. It's drying now, but really pop this grain over here. Now, will this get smooth enough that you can paint on top of it? That's what I want to know, without cutting it all off. Kept sanding on that, taking it down, better layers, not smooth out enough to paint. Or put some primer on. Wow. When I sand it, it makes it better. When I take that top coat off of it like that, it makes it better. I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but check it. Yeah. Can y'all see what it's doing there? And there's the bare wood down there. And there's where I polished that side out. And look at the, see if I can get it to shine. Look at this. Kind of looking like a Delorean, folks. Now, this is what it looked like before I started polishing it. Just like that. And when I polished it, I got it to look like a Delorean. So I got a lot of sanding to do, fill up cracks and crevices, but yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Check it out. Check that out. I guess we ain't gonna be using no paint, guys. We're using this on it. That's what it's getting. Lots of that. Lots and lots of that. Holy moly. Ain't that take any time sanding it down between layers or anything. I just kind of polished it at the end with a 1500 just to see what would happen. And you still got scratches. You can take those out if you sand on your way up. But I'll have to say that I think I got a Delorean. Hey, wonder if this thing worked like a time machine, because I could sure use going back. I'm tired. I'd love to be like 12 again. Man, there's some mistakes I wouldn't make. But yeah, look at that. Check it out. EZ Glide polished up and done that. Ain't that something? Man, look at that. I'm pretty freaky crazy what that's going to do. I guess I can take the paint back, because I ain't painting it now. Treatment. And the neck's going to get its own treatment too. Don't worry. It's coming. When you get it all polished out and all the sand is, all the fill, you know, few layers of coats on it, and it looks like that. And the crazy thing is, with it polished all the way to this corner and all the way to this corner, I took this project and figured out and tested it and done exactly what I wanted to do. And I figured out what EZ SLIDE does. Well, EZ SLIDE does connect. When you paint it on, it makes a continuous Faraday cage. So you paint it in the pockets, there are continuous cages, just as if you had copper or aluminum, looks like to me. And with all this electronics I've got, with the problems I'm having in the back of this guitar, like I say, I think I'll polish the Burning Man up, make it look like a DeLorean, and set fire to a neck and put on the end of it. So, hey, y'all told me to stretch it out and do something, so that's what I'm gonna do. You be good, and let's put a stop to this mess next time. Yep, it's gonna look like the DeLorean in Back to the Future with the flames coming out the back. That's gonna work. Yeah, it's coming.